All right, we have previously talked about organizing into tables and graphs qualitative data. Now we're going to do the same for quantitative data. However, um, I forgot to have the volume on when I was recording the next two portions. So for the first two videos of this playlist, I'm going to attempt to do a voiceover. And it's going to look a little strange. I might be moving my hands the way I was originally talking. And now I'll be trying to recreate things, and movement of the hands and mouth may not match up, but oh well. So here we go. So on this first one, we are provided a histogram that is already made for us. And we are given at the top of each bar or rectangle the frequency. So when we're asked for how many students were sampled, we can add up what we see at the top of each rectangle, and we're going to get a total of 200. I was breaking it down item by item, adding them up to confirm that when I originally recorded it. So that's why it's taken a while for me to type it in. But again, the total is 200. And it's correct. So checking out what's in the next part. What's the class width? They are being grouped by tens. However, according to the textbook that this is coming from, you don't read, say, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, and so on. We're dealing with a discrete variable here. IQ scores are given to the nearest whole number. And so instead of saying at least 60 but less than 70, they're getting more specific. That first rectangle there, starting at 60 and ending at 70, is including 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, and so on, up to 69, and then you go to the next group with 70. So we're asking for, after we've already identified that the class width is 10, don't be thrown off by that I'm saying that we're talking about 60 to 69. We're being asked for the what the different classes are and what their frequencies are. The highest frequency, look for the highest rectangle, the peak of the mountain range if you like, and it has to be a class, not a single score. That is happening at the 90-99, meaning scores that are at least 90 but less than 100, so they're going 90, 91, 92 on up to 99. And which has the lowest frequency? I believe there's one with a frequency of just 1 there, the very first one. That's the 60-69 group. And finally, is there Can we talk about a percent of students with an IQ of at least 130? I shouldn't say finally, because there's one more part after this. You would add up, you're not just talking about a score of 130, nor the group 130 on up to 139. You want 130 and above. So you're going to add up the heights of the rectangles starting at 130 and going to the right. I've come up with an answer of 7.5% because the total of those heights was 15. 15 over 200 reduces to 7.5 over 100, i.e. 7.5 over 100 is 7.5%. Do any have an IQ of 161? You don't have any bars from 160 and beyond. If there were, then we might talk about someone with either a score of 161 or at least a score of 160 or higher. Since there are none, the answer is no. There are two choices with no there, so you have to read carefully. It's the last one.